Hello, welcome to Poetry Changes Lives, Poetry History, Thought for the Day, all in this one book. Here it is. That's the paperback edition. There's a hardback version as well, which makes, I think, an excellent present to give to loved ones, family, colleagues. You know, everyone likes a bit of poetry you can dip into every day of the year if you wish. Get a bit of information, historical information as well. I think it, you know, there aren't many books actually around that do that. I think it makes a good present. Let me demonstrate. On this day in 1841, the French artist Pierre-Auguste Renoir was born in Limoges. Limoges, of course, was famous for its porcelain factory, still is. And the young Renoir worked there as a designer before moving to Paris at the age of 21 to study art properly. Initially, he struggled for success like so many of his friends and colleagues, people like Monet, Sisley, Pissarro. Eventually, they all joined together to form the Impressionist movement, and after the first exhibition of the Impressionists in 1874, Renoir and many of his colleagues found themselves suddenly famous and fashionable as painters. Renoir, during his life, produced thousands of paintings, actually, and continued painting almost until his death at age 78. He was very crippled with arthritis, but still managed to paint. He was influenced by the work of Delacroix, Courbet, Boucher. Shortly before his death, he visited the Louvre to see his own paintings hanging alongside the works of those great masters. Must have been a great moment for him, very emotional. Great works of art of any kind can inspire great poetry often, and I'm going to read John Keats's famous, wonderful sonnet, I think, on first looking into Chapman's Homer. Chapman, of course, was a Victorian who translated Homer from the original Greek into English and did it very well, I may say. Here's Keats's famous sonnet. Much have I travelled in the realms of gold, and many goodly states and kingdoms seen. Round many western islands have I been, which bards in fealty to Apollo hold. Oft of one wide expanse had I been told that deep-browed Homer ruled as his domain. Yet did I never breathe its pure serene, till I heard Chapman speak out loud and bold. Then felt I like some watcher in the skies, when a new planet swims into his ken. Or like stout Cortez of the eagle eyes, he stared at the Pacific, and all his men looked at each other with a wild surmise, silent upon a peak in Darien. What a wonderful image that is of stout Cortez of the eagle eyes, gazing with wild surmise at the Pacific, silent upon a peak in Darien. Darien, of course, is what's now where the Panama Canal is, Panama. Today I'm grateful for the beauty that is brought into the world through art of all kinds. Thank you for listening.